Hi, this is Jerry Capote of WallDecalBusiness.com. Thanks for stopping by. In this video, I'm going to talk about my monthly earnings report for the months of July, August, and September. And I'm also going to show you how my WallDecalBusiness.com website has increasingly brought more and more people to my SunshineDecals.etsy.com Etsy shop. Okay, so let's get started with July 2012. As you can see, I had 1,965 views on my Etsy shop. 430 were shop views and 1,535 were listing views. I had 93 favorites added to people's favorites. That's 86 listings, items that I have in my shop, and 7 shop favorites. And again, for the month of July, 21 orders. It increased just slightly from the previous month for a total revenue of $440. Now that's minus my Etsy shop fees. And for July, my Etsy shop fees were $28.04. So you minus that, and that's what you get. Okay. Now for the month of July, let's go to August. August 1st to August 31st and apply. Okay, for August, well, you see a big jump right away. And it was about this time, actually last month, not last month, in the month of July, that I was already thinking, you know, I need to start doing something because I was very inactive. I wasn't posting listings. The listings, I would only post them when somebody purchased something, then I would just relist it, and that's where the only times you would see my items way up at the top of listings. So I decided to increase that. Of course, it would cost me a little bit more, and I spent a little bit more during this month. So let's talk about that real quick. First of all, you should see, actually I had started that in July, listing more, and then I started reflecting in August. But you can see I had 1,960 views, 555 shop views, 1,400 listing views, 92 favorites added to people's favorites, and 33 orders. So my orders increased, and it was a total revenue of $717. Of course, that came with a little price because I did spend, for August, I spent $84.10 on for Etsy listing fees, and of course the more I made, the more Etsy gets from me, so that increased also as well. But I did increase the amount of listings. I was just relisting things that I had in my shop. You know, I have almost 200 items in my shop. I was just relisting things at 20 cents per listing, and you know, it reflected, so something was working in terms of that. While I was inactive, you can see that the months were just, you know, dwindling in money, but now I became a bit more active. There you go. It reflected some there. And let's look at the next month, which is September 1st through September 30th, and apply that. And my total was 430. Okay, but not, you know, again, a little closer to the 500 mark. But yeah, I had one really good month, and then it went down a little bit here. So anyways, I had 2,044 views, as you can see, 84 favorites, 16 orders. But out of those 16 orders, because I had a couple of big orders, custom made orders, a total of $430. So even though I had probably the least amount of orders altogether, I made pretty good. Okay. Now what I did want to show you is how WallDecalBusiness.com, and I talked about this in the last video, at the beginning of the last video, WallDecalBusiness.com back in January, March, April, it was bringing in like 26 people. Today, well, not today. This is actually, I said this is September. It's now at 125 links coming to my Etsy shop from walldecalbusiness.com. Now, Etsy, of course, within Etsy, I had 1,400 views. Direct traffic, like 237. Google brought in 137. That's from just organic searches from Google, 137. And Wall Decal Business, 125, which I'm very proud because it just keeps on going up every month. So I'm very proud about that. That's working out pretty good. And so what's my total earnings? Let's talk about that real quick. Okay, my total earnings. So for those 3 months, my total earnings were, let me not fool you here, were $1,587 in earnings, minus $194 on Etsy fees. Okay. Oh, because in the month of September, I forgot to mention, month of September, as I made this revenue, I did spend $82. Previous month was $82 on Etsy for Etsy fees and stuff. So, again, total earnings, that's the 3 months, July, August, September. For those 3 months was $1,587 minus $194 Etsy fees, for a total of $1,392 for that third quarter. Okay. Now I didn't have to buy any supplies for that quarter. I did, however, because I am I'm doing this. I'm actually, today is we're in October right now. In October is when I finally made another purchase of supplies, but of course I'm not going to talk about that here, nor include it here, because that will be included in the next quarterly report, which I'm doing. My 3 months. So that's it. That's the report. Check out the next report as I put it together and put it on video, so you can see how my shop is doing. Again, I just want to stress that I'm not very active on it. When I see it going low, I do some adding some listings. I try to be more active with my Etsy shop. I try to add new things, change prices, try different things is what I try to do. And sometimes I tweak it and it helps. So I'm still figuring out Etsy, how to work it. I did something new for the month of October, but I'll talk about that in the next video. And I'm hoping that helps me out with my Etsy shop. So look out for that report. Again, go to walldecalbusiness.com, where I will be posting all this data and information if you just want to read about it rather than listening to me. And so that's it. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next video.